audience out. Like all the gamers kind of come here now and kick it and we talk games. So let's talk Switch 2. Switch 2. Switch 2, Switch 2, Switch 2. So I could clip this later, fool. Listen to this. Switch 2 sitting next to a Switch 1 OLED makes that Switch 2 looks like a bundle of crapiana. I wouldn't buy it. You know, that's for the diehard Switch guys. And then I keep hearing that they're and you know what they cause with this crap with that's the first pass Shador missed for like 3 days. That's like the first pass he missed in 3 days. I can't even be mad at him. Can't even be mad at him. All right, but he's right back on the money. Anyways, the thing with the Switch 2 is this. It was kind of a money grab. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Nobody get mad. Don't throw your computers. But I just want to talk to you realistically though. It was a cash grab of epic proportions. Here's why. If you play, and I'm not saying that the console's not good. Don't confuse the three things that I just said. That the OLED sitting next to it makes it look like Dukiana, and the fact that they are price gouging and trying to make money, and the fact that the system could be good are all independent thoughts of themselves. So don't read too much into the criticism about it because I'm sure the system's good. I haven't had my hand on it, but I watched like 70 reviews, and the sentiments across the board are really the same as kind of what I think without really playing it. And I'm not saying it's not worth it, even not being have played it. I don't care about it either way. It's not for me. I kind of like OLED systems when it comes to handhelds because they last longer on the battery life and they last longer typically in your hand. And they also look amazing. So Switch OLED is probably what you should go through and go get. None of those games look epically better. So maybe they'll drop the price of the Switch OLED, Switch 1 OLED. They probably won't. Nintendo's super greedy. That's another reason why I won't support it. Because Nintendo wants to harvest your soul like Shang Tsung. They don't they want. Did you see how much it costs to buy? There's a video that happens every single time a Nintendo console drops. You know what video I'm talking about? It's the video where the idiot YouTubers guys go out and they spend, and I know I'm a YouTuber, guys. I know you probably seen an ad on your way in here. I get it. Whatever. Just listen to me. the the idiot YouTubers are gonna go out there and they're gonna. I'm talking about the ones that are actually idiots, not YouTubers are idiots. You gotta separate the two guys. Like, keep up with me, mustard. Um, catch up. I mean, here's the thing. You gotta understand that the way that the systems work, they come out with a video every single time that a Nintendo system drops called how much every accessory and everything that you could buy for the drop costs. And you watch the video because you know you're not gonna do anything stupid like that. So it's really worth a video because you gotta see what this idiot just did on here. No hate talk speech or anything like that. I'm just using rhetoric here, different words and analogies for Bozokians here. If you don't know what a Bozokian is, it's a synonym to all those other words I just said, so I will use that word now. So the Bozokians of the world, right? The Bozokians of the world. They went out and they bought every accessory, every Switch 2 bundled Anna. They went out and they bought it all, and then they told you how much they spent because you just paid them to watch the video in which they spent the money on the system in which you paid them to kind of do it. All right, anyway, you understand economics now. The wild sense and the wild nature of it all is this. Here's the punchline. I think that it was like $1,000. Like for everything. Every last thing was like $1,000. So you have $1,000 to give Nintendo for a system that really should have came out when the first Switch came out. I'm going to be honest. This is a hot take. This is a super hot take. But I'm going to tell it to you anyway. This system is dated. Only the Nintendo fans are hot about this. That's why PlayStation stepped all over their release with Days of Summer and the PlayStation, State of Play, and then went around and was dropping commercials for how, oh man, look, we're at $390. You can get a full PlayStation for $399, or you can get Mario Kart for $450 plus tax. $500, boyo. And in the UK, it's more. For all my UK brethren, we had it pop at the shop. Hey, kind of top. Switch 2 gonna make me pop my top. Word to my boys out there across the pond, man. But anyway, man, gave y'all a little weak freestyle from across the block. Switch 2 make my man pop his top. Bro, I'm an idiot. Just like when it comes to being funny, that's what I mean. Like, not an actual idiot. I'm actually quite smart and intuitive. But there's that. There's that as well. But here's the other thing. The Bozokians of the world made a video about it, right? And then what happened is that we went and we watched it. I say we because, I mean, it's technically we because we all watched it. Not all of us, but some of us. I'm talking about the world here because they had like hundreds of thousands of views on these videos, so somebody watched it. I watched a few of them. Here's the thing. We can't be supporting all of that Bozokian stuff, man, because it fed the people who went and bought the system that they really didn't need to buy, that should have came out 10 years ago when all the PlayStations and stuff came out at 4K. They should have came out with a Nintendo that was 4K, but they were too busy milking Nintendo DSs and things like that back then and doing handheld stuff until they stopped making as much money because everybody liked raw graphics. And then they said, well, we'll come out with something that'll feed and satiate their need for those graphics, but it won't be quite as good as PlayStation or anything like that. It'll actually be as good as a tablet. So here's the thing. If you want to go ahead and support that by all means, buy your children the Nintendo, because I know you're a grown man, you're probably buying a Xbox Series X or a PlayStation 5. But if you have children, I would support you buying the Switch. And if you're a really die-hard Nintendo Switch fan, I would support you buying the Switch. And if you really are going to have a blast and get the money out of it, I would say support it and do it. But don't buy $80 games. Get the bundle. Don't buy $80 games. Not yet. Wait for PlayStation 6, Xbox X times X, or whatever they're going to call this new one. Xbox P, Lies of P edition. Whatever you want to call it, bro. Like, just wait until they come out with that. Then we can start paying 80 for games. Not now, bro. It's premature. It's like they're moving the goalpost prematurely, and I don't like it. That's the other thing I don't like about Nintendo. They prematurely moved the goalpost to $80 games. We just went to 70. We literally just went to 70. And with tax, 75, $8 in some places. And in the UK, they're like coming under 100. So I'm just like, 100, bruh. 100 bun. You got to pay 100 bun per game. People's game collections are... Never mind. Never mind. I don't even want to put that in the air. I got a game collection. But look, man. Like, these things are getting expensive. Starting to really reach in your piggy bank, ain't they? A wee bit, my lad, huh? Them blokes over there reaching in your piggy bank. The Bozarkians. It's not fair, man. That the millionaires want to fill another $1 million yacht run across the Mediterranean Sea while we sit here and see our money leave our pockets. I ain't feeling it. I'm not feeling none of it, and they're not raising the pay. None of us are being paid more much. Just kind of talking to us about how, oh yeah, inflation, and they're making excuses for how much we're supposed to pay, but they ain't trying to make excuses for how much they're supposed to pay us. So here's the conundrum with the way the world is working right now, right? They want to talk to us about how much things cost every day and inflation and how much this is and tariffs and all these different things, right? But those same excuses for why you need to pay me more are the same reason why you should pay me more, but you're ignoring that. But you get to raise the prices on the consumer control end and make us pay more. You get the conundrum in that? Does anyone understand economics? You understand how that's belt to Uranus? The planet, the planet, the planet, the planet, the planet. Ha! That's BTA for real. Okay? And then the same people you're paying is the same people that you're working for. So then you're just never gonna have money. You get it? You will have nothing and be happy. Okay? That's what they say. Who's the theys? Just look it up. I ain't got time for conspiracy theories or anything like that. But just do some research. Research it, my boyski.